This is the government news brief for Tuesday, December 8, 2015. I am Azim Khan. In the news, vandalized Essequibo pumps being fixed, Essequibians recognized for their contributions to community development, and farmers being prepped to take advantage of available markets. These stories and more in this year's December 8, 2015 edition of the government news brief. The vandalized pumps in Region 2 are being repaired as their functioning is critical to the sustenance and development of the region's agriculture. This intervention comes days after a high-level government team headed by Prime Minister Moses Nagamutu visited the region. Shanaza gives us the details.
Essequibo rice farmers are now in the process of preparing for next crop. Drainage and irrigation is critical to this process. Gina was advised last month that of the 9 pumps owned and operated by the regional administration, only 2 were in working condition. Government has therefore intervened.
There are others who are doing their own little mischief to ensure that the Guyana bus does not reach its destination to prosperity. So that we are facing some hot situation, but we are dealing with the situation.
Efforts are being made through the National Drainage and Irrigation Authority to restore the drainage pumps. Bids are currently out for public tender. Essequibo is one of the largest rice-growing areas in the country, and these efforts by the administration are to therefore safeguard the rice industry, which the government says is here to stay.
Because just as we felt that rice hadn't been handled properly, and we still believe that much more can be done, it is the Rice Producers Association, and they should be the one to campaign and to lobby for fertilizers, cheaper fertilizers perhaps, from the donors, grant fertilizers, that you are helped meaningfully.
The coalition government has publicly committed to addressing the concerns of the Essequibo residents to ensure that they too enjoy the good life.
The Ministry of Agriculture is gearing to equip small farmers with the information needed to take advantage of available markets and produce crops that are in demand. Shanta Gobadan reports.
Addressing Essequibo farmers over the weekend, Minister of Agriculture Noel Holder said that successfully facilitating and supporting efforts to link small farmers to dynamic markets has become an important issue. As such, the ministry is working to realize the vision of an agriculture sector which captures not only the development of the coastal plain but the expansion of the agricultural base inland.
Too often we have situations where in our country where farmers complain, I produce so many peppers and I can't sell them. Well, that is putting the cart before the horse. We should be able to say there is a market for peppers. That market requires the equivalent of 10,000 acres. We will get our farmers to produce peppers.
The National Agricultural Research and Extension Institute, NARI, and the Guyana Marketing Corporation are tasked with pushing this market-led agricultural development drive. To this end, the two agencies are partnering to complete and operationalize a market information system that will guide farmers' production to satisfy changing consumer preferences.
We don't set prices for any commodity. Our production of rice is less than what is produced, say, in the USA, which produces approximately 10 times what we produce. So we can't set prices on the world market. We have to take prices. And we have to position ourselves to capture what markets are available in rice, in sugar, in any commodity you could think of. And that is how we will have to get ourselves organized into market-led agricultural production.
Supporting market infrastructure, including market information and market linkages, is critical to making agriculture profitable. For this government news brief, I'm Shanta Gobadan reporting.
Government has rewarded several persons in Region 2 for their significant contributions to the development of their respective communities. This was done in order to encourage others to play their role in enhancing their areas. Seniga Thorne tells us more.
32 Essequiboans were presented with certificates of merit over the weekend as a token of government's appreciation and recognition of their exemplary work at the grassroots level. These persons strive to bring a better life to their fellow community members. The initiative was facilitated by the Office of the Prime Minister. Prime Minister Moses Nagamootoo personally presented the awards to these persons during his outreach to the region last weekend.
Today I came especially to say thanks to all of you and to a group of persons whom I consider to have made a contribution that bring about this new day in Guyana. I'm proud to be associated with the President in giving them a token, which is an award, a merit award for their outstanding service to their community.
Government believes that persons should be recognized for their contribution to society and intends to do just that. It began with the return of the national awards to outstanding Guyanese for their contributions to the country and internationally.
The administration is determined to provide small and budding enterprises with the opportunity to access financing for the development of their products and services. This is being done to create a level playing field in the competitive sector. Here are the details.
The Small Business Act stipulates that 20% of all public contracts awarded must go to small businesses. It is the intention of the Ministry of Business to institute a program that prepares small businesses to access public spending. The ministry is looking at transparency, fairness, equity, and good governance in particular as a means of promoting confidence in the economy. Prime Minister and First Vice President Moses Nagamootoo, during his address to Essequibians over the weekend, advised them that they too can be a part of this process and encouraged them to take advantage of this.
Minister of Business Dominique Gaskin is presiding over a fund called the Low Carbon Development Fund. There are millions and millions of dollars in that fund. They need to come out here and teach you how to apply for loans from that fund at very low interest.
The small business owners and operators were advised of the provisions made under the Low Carbon Development Fund, where they can benefit from a $300,000 grant for their projects.
You are the gatekeeper to our forests, and the Low Carbon Strategy Fund is coming to help those who are the gatekeepers of the forest. You are among them, and they have also $300,000 as a grant. Free money. You don't have to pay that back. You put in a small project, a single mother, someone who is going through hard times, but who would like to have a duck farm, or a chicken farm, or a pig pen, or buy 2 cows. You could access small funds as a grant. And therefore, the Minister of Business needs to come here.
The Ministry of Business was established to ensure that the investment climate is improved. Investments are promoted both locally and abroad, and to ensure that businesses have a level playing field to operate, thus resulting in the best possible chance of success. For this Government News Brief, Shivani Ramprasad reporting.
The work being done on sections of the Merans Mall is more than just a facelift. Paul McAdam has more.
In what may be a historical first, the once dilapidated Merans Mall is being transformed into a child-friendly area. Gone are the dilapidated dwellings and the many derelicts who once called the location home. This is thanks to the efforts of City Hall and several other stakeholders. According to General Manager of the Chung's Global Enterprises Company, which is undertaking the works, the idea was the brainchild of Town Clerk Royston King.
There's going to be 3 main parks. This one, as you could see, is the recreational park for children. There's also going to be a fitness park and what they're calling the presidential park. We're fencing, we're lawning.
The centerpiece of the park is a unique Christmas tree conceptualized by 2 students of the Bishop's High School.
How it appears here right now is basically their brainchild. And then on Saturday last, which was the 5th of December, we had children from across the country come in, and we had these craft decorations that they came, they painted, they put their names on the back, wrote their little notes. So it was really for children, and I think this is what made this tree so outstanding, so special.
The Christmas tree is said to be a mix of traditional and modern concepts.
As you can see, there's inside decorations and outside decorations. So the tree is a whole package all together. And at the lighting, you'll see that the light is an added effect.
Basically, the idea of the tree is to encourage persons to embrace change. but not completely do away with tradition. The tradition where the greenery itself is, and our personal change where the mesh is, so you can see inside the tree.
That has brought us to the end of the government news brief for Tuesday, December 8, 2015. All our programs can be viewed on our website. We are also on Facebook and on YouTube. We would like to remind you that our Guyana Nice campaign remains open to you. Send us a photo of any developmental activity or just a nice photo of your community so your photo can also be featured. Join us again as we continue to bring you the latest update on Guyana's development and your involvement in this process. We leave you with our Guyana Nice photo of the day. Again, send us your Guyana Nice photo.